Hey, thanks for stopping by Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. As a reminder, these messages are timeless and will be received in divine timing, hopefully by those who need to hear them. Again, I just want to thank anyone who left a like. I appreciate the like. Any likes or subscribes, especially to the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. And your likes really do help this channel to move forward. Okay, that being said, let's get into it. Today's message is very important. I received something very important during meditation this morning. And many of you who have been with me for a while know that I might have brought something up in the past about people's judgmental behaviors causing, uh, the areas that they live in, high concentrated areas to be affected by their negativity. Okay. So today's message is about judgment. Okay. As always, if it don't apply, let it fly. But I do encourage everyone to remain because you might learn something or you might need to hear something from this message today. That being said, let's get into it. Judgment. Okay. I've been noticing there's a lot of judgment going on, a lot of judgment going on towards people. Okay. And especially the judgment is coming from those who claim to be religious of some kind. Now, whether you're religious or spiritual, regardless of who you are, judgment is judgment. No one has the right to judge anyone other than the creator. Okay. And the judgment is basically happening, something that I brought up in a prior video where I said that, those who are on a spiritual journey, those who are currently, channeling messages such as myself, whether they be through tarot or straight up channeling, are going to start becoming under attack. And I've noticed some YouTube channels where that's happening already. Okay. People like tarot readers or channelers are now beginning to be demonized by people. And the message I'm receiving is these people who are doing this are doing it for their own self fulfillment, trying to elevate themselves. Okay. They're looking to start a battle that they're starting. Okay. They're looking to begin a battle with individuals who differ from them or differ in opinion from them. Okay. Unfortunately, many of these people claim to be religious and they are starting to demonize tarot readers. Okay, starting to say that their messages from the devil or that channel messages are from the devil. Okay, now there's a reminder to those Christians who are doing that. Okay, uh, you've been told very strictly, according to your teachings, that you are not to judge. Okay, do not judge lest ye be judged. It's in your own Bible. Okay, when you want to demonize other people, try to create problems for other people, you are going against God's plan. Now, whether you're a Christian, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Jewish, whatever your religion happens to be, when you begin to demonize other people, you are opening yourself up to being demonized. Okay? Period. End of discussion. There's no excuse for it. Okay? Again, I'm not judging you. You have a right to believe or say whatever you want, but you don't have a right to demonize other people because you disagree with their message or their methods of communicating with the divine. Everybody communicates with the divine in their own way. Some people have gifts that maybe you're not aware of. It does not make them gifts from the devil or something from a darker force. Okay, that is just simply not true. It's a lie. Okay, basically, this is being done because you're feeling challenged. And you really need to look at yourself with that. And again, no judgment, but just look at yourself. You have a right to believe whatever you want to believe, but you don't have a right to demonize individuals such as myself who are doing their best to try to spread God's love throughout a darkened planet, okay? Trying to raise the vibration. Demonizing people is not raising the vibration. Accusing people of being demonic is not raising the vibration. This has been going on for centuries. This has been done against people who were accused of being witches, sorcerers, what have you, okay? Now, what I'm not saying is that every witch or every sorcerer is working in a higher vibration. Some do, unfortunately, work, just like many religious people, in lower vibrational status. Okay, they work in a lower vibrational frequency. Okay, again, the Creator gave all of us free will. We all have the right to, you know, praise the Creator in our own way. We all have a right to do our part. Many of us are being called to put these messages out here to start to stabilize what is happening. If you notice, most of the problems that are going on in the world, okay, are basically concentrated in areas that are highly religious, okay? They're bringing the vibration down with their beliefs, with their antiquated beliefs, their backwards thinking, okay? because that's basically what it is. Again, no judgment, but that's what it is. It's just a fact. Their lower vibrational behaviors of accusations towards others, hating others, okay? Religion should not be about hate. It should not be about discord. It should be about love. That's what the basis of it was supposed to be. And no one is to feel superior over the next. No one. No one has a right to do that. And it ain't cool when I see videos out there demonizing tarot card readers. When I see, videos out there demonizing channelers, calling them from the devil. Okay? Don't accuse people of things that you don't understand. Okay? And especially if that's coming from a Christian, shame on you. Shame on you. And that comes from the Creator and personally from myself. And again, it's not coming out of judgment, it's to help you realize that you are going contrary to what you profess to believe in. Okay? Christians are not supposed to judge. You are breaking the commandments when you're bearing false witness against others. You are breaking one of the commandments, okay, that you decry. And many of you might be receiving this message because you might not be involved in this personally, but you may be surrounded by individuals who do this and you're remaining quiet, you're not speaking up. Again, unfortunately, you're also at fault when you don't speak up in the face of injustice, okay? You are just as responsible when you sit there quietly and silently or participate or surround yourself by individuals who demonize others, okay? It's just wrong. It's not how it's supposed to be. We are supposed to be here lifting each other up, not judging each other, not demonizing each other. I'm not demonizing any religion out there. If you want to be religious, if that's who you are, that's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Then follow your religion. Follow what the Creator wants you to do. Don't take it upon yourself to start demonizing other people because that's not cool, period. It's just not. It's not the way it's supposed to be. You are lowering the vibration of the planet. You are lowering the frequency. You're not helping to ascend. Okay? And this in turn is affecting Mother Gaia. It's affecting the earth. And she's revolting, okay? Through weather patterns. These are warnings. They're not punishments from God that most people want to believe. This is everybody's their own vibration, negative vibrations that are causing this interference on the planet, causing the weather to go haywire. Okay, aside from other things that are causing the weather to go haywire, this is just one of them. People's low vibrational frequencies are causing the problems that are happening. When you don't take care of the earth, when you don't love the earth, when you don't love each other, of course she's going to revolt, and she has every right to. The earth feeds you, the earth gives you life. And how many people out there don't respect her? Of course she's going to revolt. Okay, people continually buy bottles of water, and then worst of all, they take those plastic bottles and throw them to the garbage instead of recycling them out of pure laziness when they can simply just buy a Brita filter or a home filter of some kind and make their own filtered water. You know, if you're not doing anything to help the planet, you are lowering the vibration. If you are out there judging people, you are lowering the vibration. If you are accusing people of being evil, you are lowering the vibration. Don't begin wars that you're not going to be able to win, okay? Just because you feel threatened or because you feel like you're losing control, you're trying to get some kind of personal notoriety, okay, to elevate your own status. Again, that's pride that goes against Christianity, okay? It's sinful to be prideful, okay? How do I know this? I spent 13 years in Catholic school. I know the way it works. I know the Bible. Okay, I might not know it like evangelical Christians, where I can memorize verse and chapter, because that's not how I was taught. But I do know the basics. I know the Ten Commandments. I spent plenty of times in that hypocrisy, and I just refuse to be part of it anymore because it's not who I believe to be. It's not what I profess to be. Okay, I try to be a good person. I try to help people. I try to help raise the planetary vibration. I do my recycling. I even go around to pick up recycling outside that people dump all over the place to make sure that it's not left on the planet. Okay, because I'm trying to help raise the vibration. Now, that doesn't make me better, and I'm not patting myself on the ass for it either. Okay, it's just a fact. It's something that I do. It's something that we should all be doing because we all have a part to play. We're not here to tear each other down. We're here to build each other up. If we want to succeed as a race, if we want to succeed as a planet, this is what needs to be done. Okay, there's no other way of looking at it. Okay, there's only one way of looking at it. We can only go up from here if we choose to. Okay, And so those who are choosing to, who are creating videos such as this, whether it's through tarot, whether it's through channeling, whatever method they use, as long as it's positive, anyone who's demonizing that is sinning, okay, is going against their religion. You're not benefiting anyone, okay, and you're definitely not making yourself look good, okay. It's just not cool. It's not cool, and that's the stuff that's starting to be exposed. They did this over and over again through history. Like I said, through witches. This was done during World War II against the Jewish people, demonizing Jewish people, calling them demons to make the society go against them. It's not cool. And then most religions are the first to cry when they're being attacked back for not minding their business, okay? Because they just can't be happy by themselves. They have to recruit everyone, they want to control everyone, and they don't like that they're losing control. So they are, like I've said in a prior video, going to start a war against people such as myself. So it's time that everybody wakes up to this reality of what's happening. And like I said, don't start a war that you're not going to win, because the Creator has selected certain people out here to do a job. And if you interfere with that, you're asking for problems. You're playing with fire, okay, both karmically and energetically. Okay, so it's hopefully, whoever needs to receive this message receives it. Again, I give out this message in love. There's no judgment behind it. I'm just putting out facts. Okay. You could disagree with me. That's fine. You could shut off the channel. That's fine. But you have to admit that one thing I'm saying is the truth, whether you like hearing it or not. It's the truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. And I ask for likes occasionally, only so it helps promote these videos to move them forward for those who need to hear them. I personally don't need likes or validation from anyone. The only validation I need comes from the Most High. And that's what's most important. That's all anyone needs, okay? Like I said, I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I never wanted to do this kind of work to begin with, but this is what I've been been guided to do, and I'm going to do it, okay? Regardless of what anybody likes or doesn't like. And like I said, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch my channel. That's cool. I'm not going to be offended by that. You have a right to believe what you want. You have a right to live as you want. But what you don't have a right to do is to judge or demonize others for your own personal gain. That's what needs to stop. And if you are either doing it yourself or you're surrounded by individuals and you remain quiet, you are just as guilty, unfortunately. Okay? So, that being said, we're going to end it there. I hope everyone has an amazing day. And thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.